better settings, man. I really do. Because at least I could put like my picture, the picture on my channel up. This is just audio. I hope you stick around. If not, that's okay. I titled this appropriately. And a lot of messages have been coming through of, okay, so the final countdown, a call of arms, like many things I've been communicating throughout time with this channel. And I find it interesting how this world calls God He. It's strange because it's really not the case. This is my experience, my near-death experience, my crossing the veil experience and coming back. And I feel it's important to share because I really find it interesting how this world calls Creator God of all that is He. For Creator God of all that is love, truly love, pure love, home, very much home, warm, loving, compassion, safe, very safe, but never did I ever feel a he or a she energy. It was just love. Back in 2003, I was septic. I actually died during an operation, a surgery that I had, and I could tell you everything that was done because I witnessed the whole thing. And then the doctor lied about it. And he couldn't lie about it because I saw everything. And I let the doctor know that I saw everything. And that doctor didn't take very good care of me. I ended up becoming septic and being rushed to the hospital on Christmas Eve. And was in and out of this world. Kept leaving this world. And it's pretty serious. You know it's serious when they're using glass jars on you. They're using glass tubes, not plastic. They're using glass. And you have every white coat coming in the room asking you if there's anything that they can do for you. Like last rites, last requests, things like that. And I was scared. I was scared because my kids were young, and they are my soul, and they are. And to leave them behind, I struggled, even though I had no control, because you don't. And the doc in the box at that particular hospital was doing everything in his power to save my life. He had tried every antibiotic on me. Every hour he kept changing it. My temperature was like way above 105. I was dying. I was in and out of this world. I was definitely stepping through realms of existence. And every time I would come back, I would see signs of God. The train in the background, I don't know if the audio is coming up or not. Anyway, signs of the divine creator God of all that is, not of this world. And Archangel Michael is very real. Christ is very real. It is undeniable when you're in the presence of Christ. It's absolutely undeniable when you're in the presence of Christ and Michael. I kept coming in and out. I remember I was in the hospital room and I woke to City of Angels. And I was scared because I didn't feel I was ready to leave this this realm yet because my kids were here, and yeah, the train, and I think that's awesome. I'm just gonna let it the train toot its horn. And in case you're doubting Thomas, that's on telling you that it's on point what I'm saying. Thank you. um, I remember being in the presence of the Most High God. Wasn't what they say, you do. I'm sure you see a light when you leave here. I didn't see a light. I saw a rainbow energy. Um, it was bright, but it didn't hurt your eyes. And you were part of it. You weren't separate from it. And it was warm and loving and inviting. Um, I know that they also speak of in this world about how you can be tricked, and I'm sure that can happen. This was not that case. Um, your soul is one with, truly one with love, complete, unconditional love, not he and not she. Love, like pure love that this world lacks. This world lacks. That's why this world hurts so much. Um, Many of you who consider yourself star seeds feel that here. Many of you who consider yourself a star seed knew as a child that this place is very dark, it's heavy, uh, it's not a nice place, even though it's wrapped in an illusion of sunshine and trees and the ocean. It's an illusion of what's really behind that. And those of you who consider yourself a star seed know this, for you see through it, and you always have. You see through the illusions, and you remember you come from so much love that why would you be here? Why would you be in a place like this? For you are love. For you are true divine creator of all that is, that beams down here in a meat suit to be here for this time. For it is funny that this world says God's he or she. No, God is love, truly love. And I have difficulty hearing those who get these messages, and I'm not saying they're not, okay? Please don't take it like that. They are. They probably most likely are. I'm not here to doubt anyone's messages from the Most High God at all, ever. But when I hear someone who considers themselves, I guess, a prophet, I don't know, whatever that is, um, say that God says that you consider me love, for I am not love, I don't know if they said they weren't love, but basically had no problem with basically like the wrath of God here. And that never sat well with me, like even in church, because that's not true. I'm not saying Creator won't have wrath on the darkness, of course, of course, but not what some folks are saying at all. And I'm not going to use the channel's names and things because they have a right to believe what they choose. It's called free will, and you can believe what you want. It's called free will. I'm just sharing my experience of going to heaven and coming back, and it's hard coming back here. You don't want to leave. You don't. You're home. You're truly home. Um, it's so safe. It's so warm and it's so loving and it's kind and it's compassionate, but your soul understands. Your soul understands there's more to be done. If you're sent back here, there's more to be done. For you have mission here. There's more to be done. And you have a right to choose, but It's not like the way you think in this realm at all. Like at all. That's why, like, I even say it to myself because sometimes I forget, I mean, but I'm in this time of year where it all comes back to me real fast. And unfortunately, when you go to heaven and you come back to this earth again, a lot of it starts disappearing and you don't want it to. You don't want it to. That's how dense this reality is. You don't want to forget. You don't want to forget the feelings. You don't want to forget the emotions. You don't want to forget. You don't want to forget Creator God of all that is, ever, because it's home. It's real home. And a lot of you are out there searching for your home that you know it's not here, because you're not from here. We are in this world. We are not of this world. We will experience this world because we were made from this world. For your meat suit is made of the ash and bone and dust of this world. That's how we're here. Through consciousness, state of mind to hold the soul. But your soul understands, not your consciousness, not your consciousness, your soul understands. And there's still free will there. This is why I struggle with the story of Lucifer and the whole, why was he kicked out of heaven? And for anyone who has died, and many die and go to hell, I've heard stories of that too. I'm trying to understand this story, for Morning Star is real too. Um, but I'm trying to understand this story because I remember what it feels like in heaven. And I will never forget that. And the colors. We're starting to see those colors in this world. That's why, like, I laugh at some of you. I'm not laughing, like, at you, like a put down, like, you just forgot. You just forgot. You would rather believe it's AI. You would rather believe something's photoshopped. Or you would rather believe anything but the truth. For you're lost in this world. We are in this world. We are not of this world. And what is so hard to believe? Like, I posted a picture of this amazing. It looked like a doorway to me over a mountain or some kind of mountain artifact, we'll call it, in Arizona, and someone had posted that was probably photoshopped. I guess it would be easier for you to believe that instead of like just having faith that maybe it wasn't. No, I did not take the picture. I don't know. But we are witnessing levels of color of heaven in this world. And it blows my mind how many people just want to disregard it. And you have a right to. Have at it. That's what, like, starseeds feel that shit. We really do. We'll feel that. And you believe, again, you believe what you want. But I tune you out because you just forgot. And you would rather believe that it's something other than what it could be, which is really kind of sad for you. But that's where you're at. That's not where I'm at, and that's not where a lot of folks who walk with me on this channel are at. And they're not. Um, they're remembering who they are. They know they are of the rainbow light. You are never separate from that. It's only when you stop believing and when in this world will make you feel. That was one of the biggest risks coming here, was that you would feel cut off and severed from the Most High God. I cannot stress that enough, and I will always say that anytime I talk deep like this. That was the biggest risk coming here. You're never severed off from the Most High God, for your soul is always one with. And this world wants your soul. It wants it so much. Look at all the distractions. There's horrible things that happen to kids, women, men, animals. Horrible things. Should never exist. Should never go on. Ever. But it does. Because this world wants your soul. For you are in Morning Star's world. Set. Pick a label. We're all talking about the same thing here. The Messiah is very real. And the Messiah is going to return. It saddens me to hear many of you speak that the Messiah isn't real and Jesus isn't real. And, Yeah, the J didn't exist, but we're talking about the Christ, the cosmic Christ here. Very real. You would rather believe he isn't. But then you speak on Morning Star because you know Morning Star is real. So that's just a little odd to me. Because I have crossed the veil and have gone to heaven and came back, and this place is very dense and very heavy, and you forget quickly. The amnesia is heavy here. The spells are very heavy, and they're all breaking. That's what the Ouroboros, all those colors they're breaking the spells. It's a battle of. There's a lot of battles going on right now in our world, in the ethers, in heaven. They literally have weapons here to try to take out heaven. The telescopes, Webb, they're looking for heaven. They're not looking for other planets. They're looking for heaven. They're aiming that scepter that's called, Lucifer, CERN, right at heaven. They're trying to take heaven out. So I don't know what happened with that, and I don't know what Lucifer could have ever done, and why Lucifer would ever be that angry to go against the Most High God, for he will not win, ever, like ever. They didn't win against the Most High God, but they did win another time, and they did, and something got reset. It was a huge reset, and here we are again. And it's like the Orion Wars, the Orion battles. These stargates are real. They were taken over as exits and entrances in and out of this world. If you don't believe, then you are on the wrong channel, and I am not here to prove diddly poo to you at all. These are just my experiences I've had. It's been 21. It'll be 21 years this year that I experienced that crossing the veil. 2 separate times within the same month. And I remember my mom, she was so scared, and I was actually calming her down. That's very telling when someone is leaving this earth and you're calming your mom down that it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And she was really scared, and understandably so. And I know it messed her up, and it did. It did for a while. It really messed her up. For I was her only child, It's understandable, but you come from so much love. You really do. And it is amazing at how this world really, wow, really basically blocks it out for those who just don't remember. You forgot your soul. Like, you forgot your soul. It's time to find your soul. For those of you out there that don't remember, like, it's time to find your soul and remember your soul. And I know the creator God of all that is waking you up. I know that. There's no way that the creator isn't waking you up. It's just, what are you doing with it? I was given 3 tasks. 3. 2 of them I accomplished, and I still have 1 to go. And I just wanted to share that how dense this world is, and heavy, and how nasty people are, and hateful, and are in disbelief of heaven and earth meeting. It's the battle, and the earth will shake, and the heavens will shake, and the heavens can shake when people trespass against you. Souls really do crack when someone really trespasses against another. That's a real thing. And it's fixing your soul and getting you right with your soul. For you are Yeshua. You are divine creator. It's not stuff outside of us, even though the stuff will appear to us out. It's inside you. Always. Always. It's not in a church. It's not in a building. It's everywhere. Like, it's everywhere. The deception is the church and the buildings. This whole place is deceptive. I mean, this whole place is deceptive. This whole place, it's going to sound gross, but it's true. It's built off of bone dust, Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, bone dust, RBCs, WBCs, plasma, because it's an entity. She has a soul too, and they've been trying to harvest her soul. They've been trying to steal her soul. The dragon that we're on. They've been trying to steal her soul for a long time. They put her to sleep. I mean, they put her to sleep. That's why I speak on what I speak on. These are true messages I get. And I know those of you who walk with me, you know, you're aware, you feel it in your soul. It's not because I'm just saying it, you feel it in your soul. And for those of you who doubt, I'm not concerned for you. You can go someplace else. This is a certain level of souls here on my channel. I'm not better than anybody else. I just understand that certain levels of souls are going to understand what I'm saying. They're going to hear me because their soul is going to hear what I'm saying. Not their ears, their soul will remember. For we in this time, and the galactic battle was very real. It's still going on. We're still in, I was reading a comment about the Bridgewater Triangle from where I had gotten that on Facebook. And someone was like, pyramids, Bridgewater, like they just disbelief and the levels of disbelief. What is so hard to believe about that? It just, this is where I'm at. Like, what is so hard? Is it that hard for you? The collective out there that is in such disbelief, is it that hard for you? Are you that ingrained and so earthed that you forgot? That it can only be in one place, and that's that, not this entire place? We're in Babylon. United States is Babylon, man, and it's fallen. It's fallen. And more is going to be revealed before that torch is passed over, before the iron rod is passed, and before the changing of the guard happens, which would be the inauguration of Trump. Now, you can believe he's a great guy. I don't know. We don't know him. We really don't. I just remember he locked us down. They closed the world as a test. Yes, there was a lot of things going on at the time, good and bad. But he closed the world down. That was a test. And I've come across other messages that I do believe. I do believe other people who have crossed the veil for what, the near-death experiences, that have seen something very not nice waiting behind the veil. Like, that's why I'll like, are we a Scooby snack for something we don't understand? Thank God it's just a meat suit and not our soul. It is a battle of souls here. Not the flesh. It's a battle of souls. For you are still in the battle of heaven and earth or hell. Earth isn't hell. It wasn't originally like that at all. And I've spoken about this several times because I was shown what this place truly looks like. It's beautiful. It's coveted. That's why it was taken over. That's why she was strapped down with iron to trap her soul. It was tilted on its axis to put her to sleep. The Draconians did that. The Anunnaki did that. That's why if you turn mountains and pictures of mountains and such, and you turn it, and you will see what it looks like right up instead of on its side sleeping. When I got that message about we are the star that got turned, and that, which looks like, the star, which is now the pentagram, which is Satan, to take its power, to take its energy, to take its, and that's what they're doing. I mean, break it down. How do you put gas in your car? Where'd they get that from? Oh, Mother Earth, right? Though that's her bodily fluids, just like oil, just like water. Okay, just like they did to the whale. They used the fat for oil, to heat, to light, but on a bigger scale. Mother Earth. It's not hard to grasp. It's just for those of you doubting Thomases out there, not my problem. So they tipped it on her on the axis, which tells you Morningstar took over this world. Hence, the pentagram that they use, the Masonic stuff that they use, the Masons that they use to to steal her energy. And if you don't understand what that means, again, putting gas in your car every day. They stole that from Mother Earth. The pipelines, the Alaskan pipelines, all these battles of this is real. These are real fluids coming from a real entity. It's just the fluids look a little different than ours, okay? Volcanic eruptions, that's plasma. Plasma is what? Blood, just like ours. Platelets, very real. Cells, cellular mitosis, very real. Pyramids are bones. And I will continue to always say pyramids are bones. They're not rock. They're bones that grew together. You're in a graveyard. Look around you if you don't understand. They've taken all of her, her crystals, they've had to actually close off mining caves that have been mined because they've just take. Like, how many crystals do you need? The Sleeping Beauty mine in Arizona is closed because they've just taken so much. Like, you don't need that much. It's not balanced here. And now it has to get rebalanced. And it would take Yeshua. It's going to be a battle. Because Morningstar has risen. And Yeshua is returned. And it's going to get really interesting. Archangel Michael is here. It's going to get really interesting in the next coming weeks. Weeks. Not months, not years. I'm talking weeks. So I find all these messages very interesting, and I get brought back to when I cross the veil, and I find it interesting how this world calls the Creator God He, when the Bible writes that God is a He. And the Divine Feminine has completely been dismembered, dismantled, demonized, like she didn't even exist, rewritten, trickery, Mary being Lilith in the Bible, because remember, these are Morningstar's books. I'm not saying Creator God isn't in there, and I'm not saying truth isn't in there. Just saying, these are Morningstar's books. Even Daystar TV, these televangelists and stuff, like they're on Morningstar's channel, for Pete's sakes. Orion. We're in Orion's belt, literally. She's been captured in Orion's belt. And we're rolling. And you can laugh and you can think that's funny, but it's not. The moon is setting in the west between 4 and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's been rolling for years. Facts. I speak facts here. And I'm not concerned who doesn't believe me. You don't have to be here. I'm talking to those who resonate with what I'm saying, and they walk with me, and I walk with them, and we walk together, for we learn together here on this channel. I created this channel guided so that we will learn together. For you are divine, and you come from so much love. It's insane how much love. And it tells you how heavy this world is that we forget that. You can hear it all day long, and you can be like, yeah, no, I get it. And I'm not saying you don't, okay? I'm really not. When you cross the veil from being in this meat suit, and you're that fragile, and you really see how fragile everything is. We walk out the door not even thinking twice. Seriously. Get behind, a wheel of a machine without even thinking twice at how fragile everything is here, including us. We're organic, we're frail, we're like crepe paper. Seriously, in the bigger scheme of things, we're like cray paper. And one wrong move, just. But yet we move through here like we're immortal, and we're good, and which is it is. I keep going, but it's just when you're walking between worlds, you really understand how fragile the human body is, the soul, how it's put to, like, how it harnesses the soul. It's so fragile, and it's such a balance. It's amazing. It really is amazing, and it is truly a gift. It really is, and we take it for granted. And we don't. I'm not meaning that you mean to take it for granted. It's just it gets taken for granted. For this world is so heavy and so dense. And when you're walking between realms, wondering if you're going to leave this earth or you're going to stay, you don't know, really puts you in a whole different perspective of everything. Everything. And then the longer you're here, the heavier it gets, and the denser it gets, and you don't want to forget, and you don't. Sometimes I get why we would be born here with amnesia. A lot of times I don't understand it, but because you wouldn't want to be here. You would want to go home because it's home. Your soul knows the way. It's the ego, and I'm not meaning like you eat, like it's just the ego of the human experience that gets in the way. For you are divine. You really are. And God isn't a he, and God isn't a she. Creator God of all it is truly love. Very much so. And it saddens me to hear some of these folks who saying they get messages from God, and I'm not saying they're not getting messages from God, that talk about destruction and the wrath of, and literally was saying how God isn't a loving God. You think I'm a God of love. That's what it was. You think I'm a God of love. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure what God they were channeling, but yeah, God is. You're made of love. Love is the ultimate power. Love transcends all space and time. Love heals things that you wouldn't even think could have healed. It's amazing, and this world is very jealous of the love that you are, the love that you emanate. That's why these people who get in relationships with, and these abusers, man, your kids are love, pure love when they're born here. How could you let anybody mess with that? I don't say that lightly either, and I don't. You don't want anyone taking your kid's light, or your light, or your light. It's time to claim your light back. It's time to reclaim the pieces of your soul that you've left here, there, and everywhere. It's time. It's time. For the darkest hour is upon us, and it is. All the signs are here. It's not because I say so. It's the signs are here if you're paying attention. And I'm noticing the things that I've been speaking and have all documented on this channel and privately. The call of arms, Hell's bells, the bells, Yeshua returning, the final countdown. The darkness is upon us. We are in the dark. They spray the sky blue. It's not blue. They spray it blue every freaking day. They blur out what they don't want you to see. There's really beings up there behind that light. For real. There are beings that look like clouds, but they're not clouds, that are looking down upon everybody, watching, watching and watching and watching and watching. And this world is so deceptive that it has most people praying to the wrong creator. That's some upside down stuff right there. But we're flipped, and this isn't about organized religion, because it's a galactic battle. It's an interstellar battle, and aliens are not aliens. Okay, they're us in the future, from different realms and different space and time, and they're fallen ones, and the fallen ones are here. Many of you watch them on TV, movies, listen to them on the radio, think that they're our president, was our president, I don't know, pick a feature. Everything that's written in scripture that everyone's reading is about us right now. And I do find it interesting that people call God he when it's just pure love. There isn't, that's the only word I can come up with. It's not he, it's not a she, it's love, and your soul knows. It's not a consciousness, it's your soul. Your soul knows. And you do have a choice, and you really do. That's why the story of Lucifer confuses me, of what could have really went on there. You know, and hope one day to find out from divine creator God of all it is and not this world. For I tune a lot of the stuff out in this world. I just do. Most people are wearing demonic friggin' stuff on their clothes and calling it enlightened, and find that weird. You know, doing these sigils, they don't know what these sigils mean. These putting the eye of Ra on your shirt, like, do you even know who Ra is? Saying Ra is divine creator, I don't know. I'm not willing to chance that. I don't think so. I don't know. We don't know. I mean, maybe you do. I don't. None of these are my creator God of all that is. For creator God of all that is an inside job, not an outside job. But I felt it was important to share my near-death experience and remembering going home, really not wanting to come back here. But my soul, not my conscious, my soul understood there was more to be done, and I had a choice. I really did have a choice. I didn't go to the moon. I didn't go to the white light. I went through this rainbow frequency that was absolutely beautiful, and we're seeing it here on Earth now. And if you want to believe it's photoshopped or whatever, then you have at it. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. You'll figure it out for yourself. That's why I always say, you don't listen to a word I'm saying. You do your own research. Always. Always trust your own soul in your instincts. Always. Over anything in this world. For you are truly the divine spark. You really are having a temporary human experience. And you're here to always remember who you are. And just be you. Be your authentic self. And you'll be amazed. For we are halfway there. And to be not afraid. Be not afraid, for more is going to be revealed. And be not afraid. To thy own self be true. And if you're lost, I hope you find your soul. For you're going to have to know your soul to get through this one. And if you sold your soul, claim it back. Fast. And you don't have to be in the music industry to do that either, to sell your soul. You just get involved with really crappy people and be a sellout. And betrayal, and betrayal, and betrayal. That's selling your soul. Instead of honoring yourself and your morals and your moral values. And if you don't know them, you find them, figure them out. Because I know Creator God of all that is calling a call of arms right now. A serious call of arms. No joke. And I'm not concerned to who doesn't believe me. That's not what this is about. Thanks for listening. I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful to my tribe here. I'm really grateful to our tribe here. For you are truly loved. I really mean that. You are truly loved and you are truly appreciated. And I am humbled and honored to be constantly being able to give and deliver these messages for whomever it resonates with. For I really created this channel just to document my spiritual journey through this space and time because it was just so mind blowing and amazing to me, the levels of what I was receiving and what I have been receiving, and to document it and share it and have the courage, the divine courage to share it and really put myself out there because I know others are going through and experiencing similar experiences. And it's important to understand that we are not alone. We are not alone. We are all connected. It's this world that really, 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 really wants us to feel separated. And most starseeds isolate. And they're not isolating because they're running away or they're afraid. They're isolating because they're regrouping and they can only take so much, for they honor their own soul. I speak from experience. You honor your own soul. Like it's too crowded. It's too crowded. Like way too crowded. Way too peoply. It's way too peoply. And now at the holidays, it's distraction, distraction, distraction. They don't want you to understand what's going on, so it's just distraction with the holidays. It's distraction with the Diddy stuff. It's just, and I'm not saying it isn't important because the kids are real and the kids are really, unfortunately, going through horrible things. And the kids should have to be saved. And they do. But these are also distractions to pull you outside of you, for you to get into anger, fear, resentment, everything that we worked and continue to do a lot of soul work to not be in that energy. For this world wants to pull your soul out of you and make you feel disconnected from the Most High God, from heaven, and from the love that you truly are. You really are love. Amazing love. Powerful, powerful, transcending love. You're the gift. You're a gift in this world because you are not of this world. And any man out there that's treating a woman less than, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself, for this woman brings life through her body. That's amazing. That's a queen. That's a goddess. And should be treated as such. Peace, love, and light.